Hello? Okay. Hi. How you guys doing? I'm a bit stoned. Well, not really stoned. I just took a small nap. Weather has been really funky. These couple of days it was like raining, really heavily, and then it kind of stopped today. It was bright and sunny and hot. That's Singapore for you. Yeah. No Nam for me. I don't think I'll be ever be going to Nam anytime soon. So yeah. How you doing, Milo? How are you, Dennis and Frank? What happened to your internet connection? Oh, cutting out after 2 and 10 minutes. Wow, that's bad. Is it because of the area that you stay in, or because of the area that you're in? It's really bad. Hi, Timothy. Oh, God, I feel old. I am old. What am I talking about? Cheers. Coffee to keep awake. Alright, I got something here. I don't know. This is from Amazon. I ordered something from Amazon, so I'll open this up. I forgot what I ordered actually. This one's been a while back. Well, not really a while back. I mean, ooh, this is still in one piece. Oh wow, it's still in one piece. Didn't break? Oh, no. Hi Carlos. ¿Cómo está? Arthur Palace? Okay, that's about it. Alright. Then what I did order was another Derek Trucks slide. Same, I believe it's the same as this. Yeah, I just ordered another one spare because I'm gonna go on the road soon. Well, I'm going for a show soon, and then it might just how should we call it, progress into a tour, it just might. So I have no confirmation, so I just thought I'll buy a additional slide just in case, one get missing or something like that, because I love this slide. This is really nice. This is the Derek Trucks glass, how should you call it, medicine bottle slide, which is so good. It's light though. It's not as heavy as, say, a ceramic slide like this. This is from Matt Bowl, is it? What is Cap Mole, which is also from Dunlop. This is a bit heavier, so you don't have to apply effort down on the strings. So this is really heavy. So sometimes for certain guitars this work better. And certain guitars the glass slide, because this is kind of light, so you need to press it down a little bit to get it to sound. So depends. This which I bought has I didn't use this at all. This is like real well, yeah, I mean I can have my fingertips up there, so it's okay for certain things. Yeah, but I seldom use this. All right. I'm on cell phone and only getting 1 or 2 bars. Oh, that's bad. PW LeBron. Well, it's 10 degrees C on Monday in DC. Ooh. 28 C yesterday. So that's weird. That's really weird. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Well, not too bad here. We were like when it was raining really hard, it was about 24. Today it was like 33. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Stephen Whitney. Hi, how are you? Where you from, Mr. Whitney? Hola, 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 hola. Estoy bien. ¿Y tú cómo estás? Bien. Yeah. Estas. Yeah. What's that word for that? It should be Borno? Or Bene. Yeah, I'm so far out they deliver sunlight by UB. Kate Moon music is very cool. Oh yes, it is. I mean, he's a great player. Great songwriter too. Vinny's World. Hi, good evening. And I bought this. So this is something that I always buy. This is a strap lock, but in this case, this is a bit different. This is a brass one. Well, it's brass colored, right? So I think it's brass colored. I think all these are all nickel. Or they're made of. No idea what they're made of. Anyway, why I bought a sort of a brass strap lock was because of this guitar. This yeah, my Shüe guitar. Man, yeah, that's right. I'm from Rochester, New York area. Wow, that's cool. Okay, New York. My son is like hounding me every day. You know, to head up to New York. It's so far away. See, the thing about this guitar is that everything is in gold. I mean, the hardware, gold plated. So, including the strap. Now, I'm going to fix the strap lock pin down on this guitar tonight if I can. Should be relatively easy. All I need is to get myself ready for this. So yeah, don't mind me. Just talk if you want to. I mean, you can ask me questions if you want to. I'll try and answer you while I'm doing all this. Yeah. You got it, Greenie. Green meanie. These are like brass plated. Yeah, really nice. Yeah. For a second, I forgot how it worked. How this whole contraction works. For a second. Right, so it's this way, right? I believe it's this way. So, yeah. Wait, so this from the strap. Alright, from the strap goes in here, push down, and you're locked. Alright, correct. So unlock, push, up, down. So this is what is supposed to go into the guitar. Right? And these are the screws for it. Alright, not too long. There is a direct flight to New York City. It cost me a liver, I think. Cost me and my son both a liver. Expensive. Which pedal board, Whitney? Steven? This one? Yeah, I love it. Yeah. For what it's worth, you know, it's nice. Yeah, I'm gonna play through it later on. Got a couple of guitars, well, one guitar here. Yeah, I thought I'll show y'all. Alright, so this goes in here like this. Screw. Oh, you cracked me up, Dennis. It's been raining so hard here. I saw Noah and his son walk by carrying Carry gopher wood and buckets of pitch. Strumming Ronan, yeah. You could now be calling the bacon caster, which is not what I intended it to be called. Yeah, whatever. Love it though. Yeah, I'm gonna play a bit through it, but let me just first take out all this stuff carefully because I don't want to scratch my beloved guitar. Okay, it's not that bad, I think. Then again, okay. I don't know why I buy strap locks, because I buy different straps for each guitar. That's the thing, like, you know, you buy a whole lot of strap locks because you can put all these strap locks on different straps. I have a whole bunch of straps here and they're all with strap locks. Right, so depending on my mood, if I choose a certain strap, I would use that. I got a couple of straps that are really good. They have cushion, so when I'm playing like really long gigs, like 2.5 hours show, you know, it's really nice on your shoulders. Gotta be careful with this because you don't want to strip the screws, so I think it's skipping it. Oh, these screws are long. These are longer than the strap lock ones. John McCarger, going guitar shop this morning. Wow, nice. Everyone is in NAM, so it's nice to see you guys here joining me today. I thought most of you guys would be out there. Oh, this is bigger than. Oh, it's a whole lot bigger. I don't care. Screw him. What? All right. Okay. Have you tried the DL0 ones? I use them and they seem to work for me. I can get on with the scaler. Yeah, the scalers are good. In fact, I really like the scalers. I haven't tried. Have I tried the DL? Maybe I did, but I prefer Dunlops because they have served me well through the years since 1985. I think it's not secure at all. I don't like to strip the screws. But, you know. Okay, let's try it one more time. I hate that sound. Yeah, anyway, so I'm gonna do it sideways. Because of the position of this horn. Okay. Right, secure. Cool. One down. One more to go. Our next question is been really okay. I don't know why. Okay, I've been looking at the new X pedals. Great for the money. Yeah, it is. Certain things have gone up in. Well, certain things have kind of like well, certain products are not the same like the rest of the pedals, so they have gone up in terms of cost. Like, you know, the power supply, which I think is a great buy because now my pedals are really quiet. And then what else? The looper, which is a really good. I like this looper a whole lot. You know, my students love it because I can use it to teach, and they can kind of do their own loops here if you want to. And Yeah. Anyway, where was I? Carlos, question: have you ever used a G&L S500 for any gigs? I wonder if other professional guitarists use G&L. Yes, I did. Well, not an S500. I used a Comanche for a couple of shows overseas, actually. S500, no, because I actually bought an S500 and then I saw the Comanche. I kind of traded, like, swap it. So I end up not owning a S500, which I really like. I reviewed a couple of them, and they're good. They're good guitars, good Strats, Yeah, very different from the normal Strats. They're great. I'm sure a lot of people, a lot of guitar players uses G&L guitars. Daniel Gum Music. Hi John, where do you buy your James Tyler Japan in Singapore? I get them from Guitar 77 Plus, right? So you can watch some of my James Tyler guitar videos, and the address, the phone numbers, and email of Clement, who is the proprietor of Guitar 77 Plus. Everything is stated in the description, so yeah, you can contact him there. Okay. Arthur Paddy, yeah, gently. Has James Tyler reached out to you, your demos to them, for them? Great. Nope, they have not. And I have reached out to them, but I have no reply from them. So they're probably very busy during them, or they're not interested at all. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because I'm a fanboy, like I said many times. I really like the guitars. Okay. This one takes a little bit of a different approach. I guess taking them out is easier. But the screws run the whole way in, long way in. The strap pins that Shüe guitar provides, they are really of good quality. I can see it up close right now as I take them out. Almost brass looking actually. Yeah, has a weight to it too. Interesting. Okay, strap locks are going in right now. Oh, I have a grip on it. The guitar is slipping away from me. Okay. Oh, it's almost there. Okay. Cool. It's all done. 2 strap locks done. All right. I'll test it in a while. Right, so what else you need to ask me? Timothy, curious to know what drum loop software do you use for recording? Also, how that song. Yeah. I know, man. Timothy, I do not know. Part of me is like, wanting to do the album, and the other part of me is going like, that's a whole lot of work. It is a whole lot of work, in any case. So I don't know. I need to have like a different sort of inspiration to do it. As it is right now, currently, I'm just waiting to see what this proposition is like, for me to do a couple of shows in China, and then it might just you know, turn into a tour. You know, so I'm just waiting to find out what is happening. But I'm in no rush. I'm actually quite contented with what I'm doing right now. The album, yeah, maybe I'll start working on it end of the year. Well, that's why I say 2 years or 3 years back. Yeah, I'll probably like do 1-2 songs. I'll try to do it like once, like one song every 2 months if I'm really that procrastinating as I am. So probably like one song per 2 months. I'm just giving myself a whole lot of leeway. I think ideally it'll be one song a month. Yeah, but I'll see how it goes, and I'm gonna enlist a lot of help from my friends. Yeah, I need to sit down and plan it because right now I'm in the middle of doing these concerts, so my mind is not really there. There are a couple guitars coming in, and I'm working on a second signature guitar from Shüe, which is a lower price model, which I think will appeal to a lot of you guys if you guys are interested. I'll talk more about it later on. All right. Oh, so what drum software do I use for my recording? I don't use drum loop. No, there's no drum loop software. Okay. There is Spectrasonic that I use. Spectrasonic has been around for like years, you know. They're really good, Timothy, and they have a whole lot of hip hop loops and whatnot. So I bought this a long time ago, and they kind of have an update. So I use it sometimes for some of my arrangements. Yeah, they're really good. They're really good. Steven, John, what's your favorite budget expensive overdrives? Well, my favorite ones are actually which you can't find now. But I got an air purifier here. Let me just ship it out. Wait. Okay. I think my all-time favorite overdrive would be this, but this weighs a heck of a heavy. You know, it's really heavy. This is the Mesa Boogie V Twin. You can probably find this in eBay if you're fortunate enough to get one. I love this totally. It would take up a whole lot of space on my pedal board. That's the reason why I didn't have it on my pedal board, and it runs on a separate power supply. So yeah, it's a bit of a hassle. If I have like a big pedal board, yeah, maybe I might consider having this in it. But the reason why I like this is because it has tubes in it. Can you see the tubes inside? Yeah, here, right? So this pedal is something that caught my eye many years ago when I was doing a gig with the fabulous Rag School from Forming for Air Supply. Lovely chap, you know. I consider him my elder brother in many ways because he's such an inspiration to me. So I was playing this gig with him, and he was using one of these, and I'm going, wow, that sound, like that creamy sound, it's so familiar to me because it sounds like some of the records that he did with Savage Garden and whatever. But this is that creamy lead sound, you know. And I've implored him after the gig, as we were flying back to Singapore, because he has to fly back to Australia, but he stayed a couple of days in Singapore. So I implored him to get me one, to find me one, and I'll pay him for it. And he did. You know, he actually took the time and trouble to hunt for one, a pre-owned, and in a better condition than his own. So I'm sure he likes his own because all of us like our own stuff, regardless of how old or how new. But I mean, he got one for me, and I was so thankful that I managed to get a V Twin. And I used this a couple of times during recording in the studio, without an amp, because it has a amp simulation out somewhat, you know, in the early stages. It's basically a filter, you know, to simulate a amp thing going on. So it sounded really good on recording, and I was like, wow, this is something else. This was way before Line 6 and everything. Yeah, and I kept it ever since. Yeah. Hey, bonsoir. Monsieur Grossi. C'est toi du book. What? Hey, dude, my French is really limited. What is this? Hold on, English. What do you say? Translate selection. Oh, yes. See, we, we, yeah, DIY time. All right, so let's see. The strap that I always used. So I got this strap from this shop in Singapore, and I thought I kind of like the old rustic thing going on, and this is from Fender, if I'm not mistaken. Is it from Fender? Yes, this is from Fender. Now it's got a leather kind of thing going on in this nice tapestry going. It's really cool. I think it matches this guitar. It matches my Pauletti though, and I'm sure it matches this at the same time. So I'm gonna try the strap lock and see whether it works. This has the normal nickel plate. Well, it works. Yep. So this is how strap locks work, in case y'all don't know how it works. Real simple. Press down in the middle and just pull it out. And then if you want to go in again, just press it down. It locks, and that's it. It will never come off no matter what you do. You can do slings overhead and do what acrobatics that you are capable of, and it will not come out. That's the beautiful part about strap lock. And I always have my my wireless strap over here, which is not good for the strap because this is like, it might just ruin the finish. So then again, I might not take this for a tour. So I'll have my wireless strap over here, and then you'll run down to the input jack or the output jack. Yep. Cool. Alright. What else? Daniel Gom Music. Is that Tyler Japan and Tyler US? They are different and the same. Because James Tyler at one time decided to get a couple of Japanese, great Japanese guitar makers or luthiers, over to LA, over to where the shop is in James Tyler. I don't think it's in LA, I forgot. Anyway, to understudy him, and they went back to Japan with that set of skills, and they have James Tyler Japan set up in Japan. So they're really the same basically, except for one or two minuscule differences. And I know the differences, but I'm not going to tell you guys because it's a little bit complicated. It's something to do with the neck joint, and there's another thing going on. I forgot what is it. But in any case, it's nice. The James Tyler Japan is, for me, I played both. I mean, I reviewed both, and I find they're very similar. I kind of like the Japan ones because of the budget. Yeah, they cost a whole lot less than the ones from the States. Then he's thinking about getting the Hardy Benton ST25. Yeah, you should. You should grab one of those. Yeah, it's really nice. Yes, Venus will. V-Twin, they used to be, and it's still popular. You just can't find them anymore. Oh yeah, you can drop it on someone's head and, you don't see that head anymore. Oh yeah. I still got the original strap on my Martin, but it needs some restitching. Oh really? Should get a new one. I have an old, well, let me show you. I have this old strap that I kind of like. Stopped using them for a while, I don't know why. See here. Some nice straps. They're all over the place. I got pick guards. Like this. I believe this is the old strap that I have. This is the other strap that I always used. Oh, I have a strap here that's pretty interesting. This is from Pauletti. Yeah, very again rustic looking. This is like canvas, but this is of really good quality. Like, you know, the leather here is really good. So this from Pauletti. Nice strap too. Yeah, and I have strap locks on it too. Yeah, I have strap locks fitted on it. This is a nice plain looking strap, which will suit this guitar too if I want to. Yeah, and the good thing about canvas is that it doesn't flake off, you know, or get scratched and everything. I'm trying to show you the leather strap that I use. Well, straps are a topic by itself, you know. You have to be comfortable when you're playing on stage. So, hold on. Alright, so these are like the thinner ones. Well, I actually tried this on a gig once with my PRS Custom 24. This is like really thin. Not like the wider ones where, you know, like these are like the normal canvas ones. These are really good because they have like leather on top and canvas below, so you can see the difference, right? So this is really thin. Good thing is that, well, not really good, it's just thin. So it might be uncomfortable because the thinner it is, or rather the narrower it is, you'll cut into your what you call it, your shoulders. So I also have strap locks on this. I used this only once. Where is this from? This is from Levi. So this is also a very good leather strap from Levi, really famous. And then I have this, which I bought off from Fender. So this is pretty cool because it has this white secondary strap, and it has a little bit of a cushion here. So really comfortable. I like this, and I kind of like the narrow, yeah, the narrow part of it, you know. So this is very traditional strap. I like this a lot. I use this like a whole lot, as you can see the wear and tear. And the only drawback is that this additional strap, secondary strap, tends to run. So I had it like, you know, fixed down with shoelaces, I guess, and kind of like make it stay in place so it wouldn't run. Yeah, this has been like, you know, really tested and worn out. Again, strap locks. Yeah. Stephen Whitney, do I still do I set up? I do. I enjoy setting up my guitars. I find it very therapeutic. People, you know, would say, you know, people will actually pay to get that string change, or, you know, do the little setup. Like, you know, for me, I like to do it myself. I find it really Yeah, really calm, really calming. Setting up my restringing, lubing my nut. Setting up my what you call that, springs or tremolo. Yeah, when this came in, I had to kind of like redo my spring tension again, because I was mentioning it in my video about the second video about this guitar. So I had this recess done, and Raymond was so kind to actually realize my desire. So I got this done. So I didn't like my bridge to go like this. You know what I mean? So this is like the body, and it's like this. So you can kind of like do your flutter and float. I never did like it, but some of the guitars like the Paul Eddy or the James Tyler, you can't do nothing about it because there's no recesses. In this case, with the recess, I can have it flush and yet pull up. So yeah, mission accomplished. Love this guitar so much. This is like a great sounding guitar. So what happened is that I've spoken to Raymond about this, and I don't know. I'm in the midst of I'm doing a second guitar, but with a more friendlier budget. Still a signature guitar, still having top-notch appointments, but with a different take. So not gonna say too much about it, but you'll see it when you see it. And it's going to be a gigging guitar. So with the show coming up in China, I'll probably bring this up for the first show. I don't want to bring this up actually, because I didn't want to bring up any of my signature guitars. So the Paul guitars, I didn't want to bring it up to the States on my first gig with them. I just love playing on it, but it's kind of worrying to travel with a guitar that you really like. So that guitar is meant for touring, the new one. So it's going to have that similar appointments, almost different colors, different, yeah, and everything is different almost. You see it and you probably like it. This is something else. This is like the redwood, the red cedar is the showstopper, and then the 5-piece neck, the Wenge, Rengas, and maple, and then the Malaysian black. Blackwood fretboard. This is like a showstopper by itself. So you call it the bacon caster? I call it my greenhouse. This is like really green. Like everything is like so Malaysian jungle green. So it's almost like a forest. I could call this my forest guitar actually. Yeah. Wonder how many 67 Martins still have 67 Strat. Your guess is mine. Are you able to do a guitar setup? I actually did. So it's under one of my playlists. I think it's under maintenance, if I'm mistaken. Yeah, go and check it out, Steven. It's really basic, but it's enough to get on by. It's very relaxing to work on guitars or an instrument. Can't wait to get started on the mixing console. Ooh. Ooh. Well, there's a gargantuan project to be working on. I'm excited for you. So how you guys been? How are you, Carlos? I haven't heard. I haven't been like doing live stream for quite a while. So there's a whole lot of stuff going on in Texas with the border patrol, or the border with razor wires, and I heard Arizona has gotten into the whole equation. That's what I heard from the news. I'm not sure about anything else. Okay. All right. Oh, really? Well, the story I heard was about his one of his amps actually blew in one of the concerts that he did for the G3. That's what happens when you leave a guitar in a room that is humid with all the rain. Hi, Jason. We'd like to see a video about flying with guitars, especially in Asia. There's a whole lot of stories to be told about flying guitars in Asia, especially in China. I'll share with you, couple. Busy around the house. Supposed to fade out, but it didn't. Okay, where were we? Yes, Cesar Pavel, yay. Good evening, John. Are you planning to test some more advanced modeling combos like the Moore SD30 orders? Well, not really. Not at the present moment. Yeah. Makes a world of sense to have a fleet of gigging guitars. Yeah, in a way, I guess. Would like to see a video about flying with guitars, especially in Asia. We'll see how it goes. Jason Viato? Yeah? Hi! Dusty build up in switch control. Dusty build up in switch control. Are you doing switching control? Your inspiration for beginner guitar players. Thanks for sharing. Oh, you're most welcome. Making me want to pick up my guitar now. You should. Strumming would love to hear those guitars and fight story. Nathan East getting a hit list from Yamaha says a lot. Wow. Okay. When I flew, my Martin was clinched between my knees. If a plane crash, we will go out together. Strambert marketing getting to my head. What are your thoughts about hitless? Okay, I could probably do this first. I don't like hitless guitars. Why? Because I believe that the hit stock this piece of wood here, this piece of real estate, contributes to the tone. And I actually found it out really vividly when I did one of the reviews for a 70s Strat, and I found that this big headstock that the 70s Strats had really contribute to the overall tone. And some of you might be skeptical about it, but I do believe in mass, the mass of wood involved in a body, the wood itself, it contributes to the tone. And most of the luthiers that I've been talking to, they agree with me that that wood mass as well as the tone woods, different woods, even fretboards, do contribute to the overall tone of a guitar. You can run a whole lot of experiment through the alkalic experiment that you've seen on YouTube, where this guy puts on a pair of pickups on an alkalic guitar, and they claim that it's not the same. You only know it. It will sound the same on YouTube. Everything will sound what you want. In a way, you can manipulate what you want to hear on YouTube because of the post processing and everything. But when you're playing it, you will know that it feels differently. It just sounds differently through an amp. And that's why amps, even for amps like amplifiers like this, the wood does matter, right? So I forgot what wood is this. Is it cedar or spruce? Yeah, spruce. Like spruce top. We're talking about spruce top for modern guitars. Why do you use spruce top? Because of the way it sounds. So some of it translates to whatever the amplifier is all about, and a lot of it is it's concerning the electric guitar too. So just because you stick a couple of pickups there doesn't mean that wood masses and wood and tone woods does not matter. It does. So the reason why I didn't like the headless guitars, I played a couple of them. Yeah, it's just not something that I like. Yeah, I mean, it's a good concept. I don't know what concept is that. Probably space saving. I don't know. A whole lot of people place headless stuff, and a whole lot of people don't play headless stuff. So if you compare the percentage, yeah, a lot of people prefer a guitar with a neck and a headstock. So there you go. Hope I answered your question. Strumming on can relate. Sounds great. Sounds real good, John. Thank you, Carlos. Ever travel since the plane I flew on crashed about 2 weeks later? Good lord. Really? Oh man. Great. I love. Oh man, that's bad. Yeah. Okay. I'm still trying to get over the part where the plane crashed. That was lovely. Thank you. Great Benzini. It has been. Come on. Pine. That's right. Pine. Strumming alone in there. Yeah. Thank you. Pinewood. Yeah. Salvatore. Bellissimo. Love you. Oh, thank you. Sounds great. No, it does. It does. One of the best investment I made last year. Yeah. I have no regrets. Now you know the recess. What does it do? It can do stuff. All you're hearing now is just guitar with the equalizer and 6 stack, compressor, reverb, delay, or the delay reverb. That's it. No other stuff. So if I take off the compressor, This guitar is so resonant, you know. It just sings really well. I'm just enhancing it with the Kali 76 stack. The gain right now is about 3 o'clock. Let's back off the compressor a little bit. Well, I'm gonna let you in on a secret. If you do buy this guitar, then you know what I'm talking about. It's the mid boost. The mid boost does a whole lot of stuff. Okay, see, this is without the mid boost. Same pickup, last pickup. This is with the mid boost. Now you know, right? This is one part that I really like about this guitar, as well as well, the James Tyler too. You know, same thing, where it radically changes your tone. This is nice, and this even works for the neck pickup. Number 2 position is my favorite. And then I have the split call going. Yep, so talking about the so this after like almost 2 weeks of, or maybe 3 weeks of use with the NUX isolated power supply. So in the past, before I had that, I was using the what you call that, the other power supply that I used, which is non-isolated. So where I have it here. Okay, the MXR DC block. Right, I was using that. That was cool. That was great. And I was using it, but what happened is that if I left the effects idle with a guitar plugin, or even without a guitar plugin, especially without a guitar plugin, and I have the tuner on, meaning there's no signal going into the chain, but I hear pop and crackles. Little things like, you know, like fireworks setting off intermittently, like, you know, without any rhyme or anything. They just go, you know, small little thing where you can hear, and which is enhanced by the delay and the reverb. So that is really frustrating for me, because it's not really audible when you're playing it, but it's there, you know. Ever since I had this isolated power supply, I don't hear anything. It's just quiet, you know. And that's the reason why, yeah, I thought it's a good thing. So if you guys have pedal board, you know, get an isolated power supply. The NUX is pretty good. I kind of like the whole concept and the variables output that you can get, which is yeah, which is available in other power supplies too. And one thing I really like about it is the power cord, right? The main power cord is really sturdy. You know, it's like one of those that you use for your kettle. Real sturdy, you know, and for your amp, like, you know, something like, you know, for your amp. And I think that's pretty cool. Instead of this little L-shaped kind of thing, yeah. All right, so with the, what you call that, strap. Take this. Or should I just hang the strap? I think, yeah, it looks really good with the strap on. Alright. Get a Hardy at what? Strat out that I haven't set up yet. The tremolo is so stiff it sounds constipated. John, you sure you're not getting old and cracked like me? I am. I am, brother. I am getting old and crackled. And cracked. Yeah, I think I've, how should we say, feel it. I felt it like, well, the later part of last year, you know. I actually felt my age. I didn't feel it the whole last year, actually, the better part of last year. Until after my birthday, where I got sick and started coughing for 2 weeks. And then I went to Italy and I had a whole lot of pain because I was doing a whole lot of walking. But I was surprised that my muscle couldn't take it, and my legs muscle, especially when I'm a cyclist, right? But given the fact, yeah, I mean, take it for granted that I haven't been cycling a whole lot. But yeah, all these aches. And the fact that, you know, my body is not as strong as it used to be because I'm more subjected to flus and sniffles. But that cough was the killer part. You know, it kind of like weakened me substantially. I even got a pain, right? I was telling you guys that I might have cracked my ribs. Probably not. Probably bruised my ribs for coughing too hard. And then I got this supplement that really helped me and kind of cleared the phlegm away, and yeah, it kind of stopped. Then I had COVID. Surprisingly, it didn't take too long for me to clear COVID. The last time it happened, it took me about 10, 11 days to clear. This time around, it's about 5, and I'm out of it. Yeah, and it just, I don't know, maybe I'm just getting tired? Yeah. Oh, and cracker dated like you? I hope not. But we're all getting there, so it's no big deal, you know. Straminol, thank you for your recommendation. I picked up a hot tone Ampero. What a piece of kit. Oh, it's well made. You know, whole tone. That's what they call them. Whole tone stuff are really well made. Yeah. All right. So, who was asking me about air travel with guitarists in Asia? If you're still here, I'll answer your question. Those noises you hear maybe in your head, if you take any wrecks like a few years ago, it helped me over. Yeah. Noises in my head. And another thing is that this room is getting really dusty. So that might contribute to my sniffles. I brought in my Sierra air purifier in yesterday and kind of like placed it on medium high setting, and now the air is a bit better. I can feel it under my feet on the carpet because I guess a lot of dust and whatever is crap in the carpet. I vacuum this, you know, religiously, this place, but you know, it still gets caught up in between, so that might contribute to a whole lot of stuff. Great, Vanzini, we are on the same journey. Oh yes, we are. it really hit home when I see our, the guys that we look up to, our heroes passing on. Jeff Beck is one of them. I actually felt really sad the day Jeff Beck passed away, but I felt the worst when Oliver Newton-John passed away. I mean, I used to have a crush on her. I still do have a crush on her. And when it hit home that guys that you used to admire and love and listen to have gone on, it kind of like, it's a real stark reminder that we're all getting old. And I look at the young people these days. We used to be young, right, Dennis? Right, Carlos? Right, Strumming Ronan? Right, Benzini? We were all like young ones, and we knew how it was like. I see them and I go like, dang, this was me a couple of decades ago. I see my godson, going to Paris, doing this tour with this fabulous singer that I'd written a song for many decades ago, and you're on tour now. I'm going like, hey man, you're living the life. I was once like that, but yeah, I'm so happy for him that he's doing all these things. So I'm pretty proud of Marcus. All right, Jason, no, you were asking about travel with guitars. All right, so I'm kind of repeating myself here. Don't matter. I used to travel with hard cases like those that you see behind, right? I think the hard case that I brought was the one when I toured extensively. I was doing like 65 or 75 shows, I forgot, on that tour day. I toured for 2 years, and I was using my Luke, my Ernie Ball Music Man Luke, and it comes with his own case, a really good case. And I toured with that. And I toured with other guitars too, but with hard cases. And my experience is that these days I don't travel with hard cases anymore, because what happens is that when hard cases are like really heavy and huge, and because of the physics of it, sometimes when you're grabbing it from the carousel or from the oversized baggage, what you call that, carousel in a way. Okay? So some airports have oversized baggage carousels, and some would just dump everything in the main carousel. So when you're grabbing it at that time and the guitar swings, and you would run the risk of spraining your wrist. And I had it happen to me a couple of times, and that sucked because you feel the pain and you're wishing that it wasn't broken or fractured, because some of us have really weak wrists, right? Well, not me. I mean, I'm okay, but I just don't like the pain that I felt. And with ice and everything, yeah, it probably clear after a day or so. But if you're doing a show right after that really sucked big time. So I'm always careful when I'm picking up my guitar, even my luggage, that I pick it up this way and not have it sprained. But because the case is so big, the guitar case is so big, sometimes you hit an adjacent luggage or anything like that, and the guitar will swing this way abruptly. That's where injury happens, and this is something that I don't like. Further to the fact that the case sometimes weighs 3/4 of your guitar. So for me, it doesn't really make sense to run the risk of injuring my wrist, and then to carry almost double the weight. So I decided to invest in the SKB case, which you can't see because it's all dug. And I don't want to bring it up because it's kind of a hassle. So basically, this is like made of foam. You can take a gander at the SKB website and you'll know what I'm talking about. So these are the SKB cases. They don't call it the soft cases. So this is like a semi-hard case or something like that. This is way better than any mono bags that I've seen. So this whole thing is encased with the foam-like material that we use for our helmets, like for my cycling helmets. So it's very how should we call it, impact proof, and it's from the top as well as from the bottom, and you just zip it, unzip it, and it opens like a case, like a normal case. And because it's molded to fit a Strat guitar or a Tele or a Les Paul, it's kind of close molded together, so you don't run the risk of your guitar shifting about. And if you are afraid of that, newspaper is your friend. Okay, it's just stuff newspaper in between the gaps so the guitar won't move, and you're fine. But the good thing about this case is that there are straps, so when I take it out from the oversized baggage, I have to be careful too, because you also run the risk of, but at least it's not that heavy, so you can just kind of grab your guitar and sling it and off you go, easy. Yeah, so one of my stories about the case is I was doing this tour talking about in China, and this was back in 2012-13, and Guangzhou airport in Guangzhou was really bad, back then. Not now. Now it's like state of the art. Back then, people were different. They worked differently. So I was checking in my guitar for the connecting flat to another place, and the guitar case was going through that belt going in, and then it got stuck somewhere because of its length. And this guy came in and just flipped my guitar case just like that, and my guitar case goes like this, bump into the belt again. I didn't see it. One of my band members told me about it, and they were concerned that that my guitar might get damaged. So I went up to the person and said, I want to look at my guitar. And he's going like, he knew he did something wrong, but he's trying to hide. Oh, in Chinese, there's nothing, it's okay, everything is okay. I said, no, it's not okay. I want you to bring the guitar up. I insist that you bring the guitar. And he actually went down and brought the guitar up for me to inspect. In my heart, I knew the guitar was okay, because I know my case very well. The Ernie Ball Music Man case, they're really good cases. And because it's made for the Ernie Ball loop too, it's snug. I opened it up, everything was okay, checked the neck, everything okay, and then put it back again. And he was like, all smug looking, and I just gave him my 2 cents. I just told him that you shouldn't do that. You should never do that to an instrument. You never flip it over like this. And he just stood there. And I tell you, and I told him why, because if it gets damaged, then it's gonna be bad for both of us. Because I will make a complaint. In fact, I will make a complaint about you doing this if you want me to make a complaint. And I told him why, because I told him that you gotta be proud of what you do. In China is so big, everybody's looking at China and heaping all sorts of bullshit about the country, and here you are doing exactly the same thing that people are talking about. You don't care, you have no pride in your work. I say you gotta be proud of your country, you gotta be proud of your airport that you're working, and you gotta be proud of your job and you're working. You must take pride in what you do. He just stood there listening to me, and I was talking to him in my limited Chinese, and I got a message through, and he just listened to me, And in the end, he did apologize, and I said, okay, I didn't report it. I didn't report the incident to anyone. So that was what happened in China, right? In my case. Right, Carlos, hearing sounds and voices in your head is a sign of hearing loss. Somehow, when the voices speak to you during yep, it's a mental issue or a spiritual issue. I used to be able to work in hay all day, no problem. Now, look out window at a building and sneeze and wheeze. I was watching a video about remember we talked about crackling? Remember, Carlos? About pigskin. So I watched this video about how this guy did crispy roast pork. I think I put on 5 kg by just watching the video. Great benzene. My fingers are like wet noodles, and my joints are like cracked. Oh man, I know how it feels. Yeah. Growing old is fine, considering the alternative stop aging means no life. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, I was having a little bit of ache here and there in the joints. So I'm still taking my supplement, the fish oil and the, what you call that? What's the other one I take? Curcumin, So it does work. So all these aches are just due to the fact that I'm not playing as much as I used to do. Remember, I used to come out videos every day, so I've stopped and I come out like alternate days. Now I've kind of slowed down for a while before I pick up the pace again. And yeah, so the eggs will come if you don't have activity. Likewise, I guess my muscle was crying out for help when I was in Italy because I wasn't walking a whole lot. I was sitting in this stupid chair so long, making videos, you know, and it wasn't cycling because it was like the weather was bad. There was haze, there was my cough. I can give a whole lot of excuse, but inactivity is bad, basically. So go out there and walk and live and breathe and enjoy life as it is. Yeah. Fred, at 66 years old, in my opinion, you are in the. Oh, thank you so much, Fred. Ship your guitar hit by UPS. Maybe you can find a repair shop before your gig. Why would I do that? I don't want to do that. Shipping ahead incurs further costs, and when you're doing a tour, everything is about the money. They don't want to pay excess baggage for you if they can help it. And either pay up front the excess baggage and claim it later on, and grudgingly, they'll pay you sometimes. So I'm trying to minimize everything and travel smart. Yeah. So the best solution is to have, if I'm going on, if this tour is confirmed, like 20 shows, right, or 15 shows, the best way is to put my guitar and my Helix over there, and get someone to handle it. That'll be the best scenario. So I wanted to carry it back and forth, and then you incur more costs, especially in the excess baggage. So that'll be the best scenario. It's better for me. It's better for the promoter, for the, So that's a win-win situation if we have someone that I can leave my instruments, with. Strumming on that heavy hard case description is scary. It made headless guitars a lot more sense, but still there are issues. Thank you for sharing your story. You're most welcome. Dennis at 76. I may be the best guitarist in. No, not only that. I think you're the best comedian in the old folks home. Jason, no great story. Oh, it's not a story. It's a fact. Yeah, I've been through, like, I went on tours for so long. Even back in the mid '90s, all the way to 2000. Crazy stories, Yeah, it's interesting, especially when you're touring with a bunch of guys that you love. It's bad if you tour with a bunch of guys that you don't like, especially when when you have a prima donna in the band or something like that, and you don't really get along. A band that plays together goes out and eat together. That's what I always believe. This couple of years it was pretty good for me because I get to tour with this bunch of guys, and I like it. Like even the last shows that we did in the States as well as in Singapore and Malaysia, this bunch of guys there. There's someone that I love and respect. They're great musicians, all of them, and great guys in general. So touring with a bunch of guys that you like, that's, or you love, is something else. All right. Okay. So let's just get on with the show. I got a guitar here that some of you might like, some of you might not like. It's a heavily relic Fender Stratocaster. Now I'm thinking like this could be a new guitar relic in the way it is. Like, when I first saw it, I'm going, ew! It's like, I'm beaten up, and oh man, I thought this is like a really old guitar. So I'm gonna find out whether this is this old guitar, but I don't think so. I think this is from Clement Guitar Center 7 Plus. Interesting. I'm gonna plug it in there and see how it sounds like, or hear how it sounds like. Just let you know what the specs is. Right, so this is a custom shop. Oh my good lord. Okay, so it's a pre-owned guitar. This is a Fender Custom Shop 55 Stratocaster Ultimate Relic Masterpiece, built by Jason Smith. Two-tone sunburst, 9.5 radius, medium jumbo frets. Right. Oh my good lord, I just saw the price. This is like crazy. Yep, this is the same guitar that was on Reverb, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, Music Zoo, right? This was posted on Music Zoo. I have the cert here, no specs. This is a 1955 Stratocaster Relic. Instrument has been custom built by Fender's finest craftsmen to bring you years of Fender's best of playing. I don't have the. Do I have the specs for this? Wait, hold on. Okay, I got the specs here, I think. Alright, so what do you have here? No specs. Okay, so it says master built by Custom Shop, craftsman Jason Smith. Guitar features a classic two-tone sunburst finish that's been aged for a beyond play-in look and feel. The areas where buckle rash and pick wear are normally found are worn completely through to the ash body. So this is the ash body, okay. The neck gets the relic treatment as well, with a comfortable soft V shape, which is the same as my Shüe guitar. It's a soft V shape, which I really like. Now, I'm kind of a fan of the soft V shape. With a modern style 9.5 radius fingerboard. I would prefer this to be a 7.25, but then again, all the traditional Strat sounds like here as well, with 3 hand-wound Custom Shop 50s Strat single coils wired to a 5-way switch for full-bodied neck pickup sounds, quacky in-between tones, and biting treble leads. Right, includes hard shell case, a strap, cable, and custom care kit, and whatnot. So I believe this is a maple neck with a maple fretboard, right? Jumbo frets. Nice. Cool. When I first picked it up, I thought I could smell something, but it's not. This is like relic. You can tell. All this. If these are real, it'll be all mucky, and you can actually peel it off with a credit card. But this is not. This, you can tell this is relic. And I think they spend a whole lot of time doing this. This is so cool. This is like a cigarette burned right here. Can you see this? Yeah. So sometimes we would have like our cigarette butts here. I used to do that a lot. I used to do that a lot. And sometimes you neglect this, and the cigarette will burn through and hit the wood. So cool. I like that. Yeah. And the belt rash. I have my old Fender, my Japan Fender Strat. Same thing, almost worn through, but not as bad as this. This is like really extreme. You can see all here. This is down bare to the bare wood. It's pretty interesting. Actually, on closer inspection, I think this is quite well relic. This looks like a real old beaten down guitar. Too bad this bridge is not floated, which is easily rectified, which I would do now actually. Yeah. Some UPS packages I get look like they're airdropped from 10,000 feet. UPS is pronounced oops. Once upon a time was taught that I can tell from. Okay. Let's float the bridge. So you guys, you want to learn this? It's easy. Any question, just post. Oh my good lord. Even the screws are all rusted. And these are real rust. I've seen how they've done relic screws. Oh my good lord. The rust have accumulated on my table. Okay. Let's check. Oh. Oh my good lord. Even the insides are like really worn out. I'm gonna show you. They did a good job. They actually did a real good job in relicing this guitar. Alright. So I need to float this. Screws are all rusted through, which makes it a little bit harder to okay. So let's plug it in. Tune it. I like what I'm hearing without an amp. It's always a good indication the guitar sounds great without an amp. Okay, it's just nice. So this is a screwed in. Strings are rusty though. No wonder I had that rustic feel. I might just change the strings for Clement. Rusty string goes really well with relic guitars. You probably had to have a what's that shot Technus. Here I sound like an opposition. This is a bridge. This is so stratty. This is so stratty. Nice, I like it. The pickups output are really low, right? Really low pickup. Second position. Middle. Fourth position. Next. Not bad. Good sustain. Like I said, output is really low, but that's expected of a traditional single coil Strat pickup, especially in that area, in that era. The neck is very traditional, so even it's a soft V, yeah, it's got, yeah, it's not a thin neck, you know. Let's see how noisy it is. This, hey, not bad for a single coil. Too bad. I thought this is supposed to like fade off. Where are you at? Stop. Okay. Yeah, it's supposed to be fade off. What you got? Let's try it. Not bad. I am very surprised. Yeah, I thought this actually sounded really good. Yeah, even though like all the rust that I'm facing right now, if you can have a look at the screws, these are all like really rusty. Yeah. Gotta be careful with screwing in back plate though. Sometimes all these back plates are really brittle, and if you're not careful, you're gonna crack them. What is that? We're running into sunburst in the morning. My table is filled with rust right now. Alright, clean up all the rust on my table. Thank you. Don't need rust. Ew. Okay, now to tighten this down slowly and gently. Oops. It's so rusty that my screwdriver, which is magnetic by the way, is picking out all the dust, all the rust, sorry. Okay. Even the tuner side, all tarnished, yeah, not rusted, but just tarnished. Nice. Yep. Okay, what's this? Do you know what year? What year this is made? Well, I have the serial number, but I don't know. I don't really know what year this is. Wait, hold on. Maybe I have. If I have the, okay, I have the cert. So the cert will probably tell you what year. Okay, it's this 2009. Dated 27th of January 09. Right. So this, yeah, it's been around. Right. So about what? 13 years. A 13 years old guitar. And I can't tell whether it's been. Yeah, it is well kept, but like I said, you know, the rust and everything. So yeah, no biggie. You interested in getting one of these? I drink rust remover to take the rust out of my charts. I thought you would spray like WD-40. Yes, burn the rust off those strings. That's a proper Strat sound. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you're hearing the proper Strat sound. YouTube compresses audio into MP3 format, I think. Well, what's this? I'm really into sound. You do like the relic CS you have there? It does sound pretty damn good. Nice. Hi Jack, how are you doing? Thank you Roberto. Listening John. Okay, that's it. Alright, okay. I got one more thing to show off to you guys. If you guys are interested. Enough electric for the day. This is a guitar that I'm kind of interested. It's the Shawn Mendes guitar. A really, yeah, small size guitar, good for performance. Comes with the sonic tone pickup. Smells great. Yeah. There's a Shawn Mendes signature here. Controls are over here. Sounds good. Hold on. You fixed the mic. Oh, it sounds really, I mean, it smells really good. Alright, so this is made in Mexico. For Martin, it's not that expensive, but again, this is like a 3/4 size guitar. Sounds like a pick. I actually played something better sounding than this. I think it's the D15 triple O or something like that. It's just triple O series, and it sounded. I don't know. I thought it sounded. It could be because it's a mahogany. It was a mahogany guitar. This, on the other hand, because of the smell, the aroma, this is spruce top. Yeah, has a different quality to it. And you're right, Jason. A lot of tone for a small body. Yeah. Plays great. Easy. Strats are meant to be floated. Yes, it is. For a small body, not so common. Yeah, you're right. So something, yeah, to look at. Or something I want to talk about. Oh yeah, I want to talk about guitars. Like something that I discovered playing through all this okay, I'm gonna just tell you the truth. Right? No bullshitting, no salesmanship, nothing like that. I played a lot of guitars in this channel since its conception about 5 years ago. The expensive ones, the really expensive ones, the mid-range, and the cheaper range. Right. One thing that I found out about the expensive ones, like we're talking about James Taylor, the Sirs, the Tom Mendes, the Nick Hubers, the Custom Shop, Gibson and Fenders, the Paulettis, as well as the Shüe. One thing that you can tell that this is a high-end guitar, I'm sorry to say, but it's the tuning stability. That's the one factor that I find that stood out consistently on these guitars, this high-end guitars. There are guitars out there that they are good. I mean, the tuning doesn't fluctuate a whole lot. But then again, you will have to do something about it. You have to put like loops and take out a string tree, or do some other stuff. The one thing that I found consistent, especially with Sirs and James Taylor, is the tuning stability without any string tree. The Tom Mendes still have string trees on Sonic guitars. Exotic, I still believe they do for some guitars, not all guitars. The Fender Custom Shop, like this one, has string tree. I'm surprised that this kept in tune actually, because the string tree really looked rusted. But then again, this is like the round string tree, right? The ones I prefer actually. So, but all in all, tuning stability, because I use the tremolo a whole lot, and the chances of the guitar going out of tune is so much higher. And the one thing I found that the high-end guitars do stay in tune, even with all the bendings and whatever I'm doing. It just stays in tune, and this is something that is very comforting for a player, a professional player, especially on stage or in the recording studio. Just want the guitar to stay in tune. So something I thought I'll share with you. All right, leave you with this. I gotta go soon, so any questions you better ask now. I got a full day of teaching tomorrow, and anything that you need to ask me? Oh, really? Yeah, that's the thing. If certain guitars fluctuate. For me, because I travel all around like extensively last time. Well, not in a recent year, but the year before last, I was traveling quite a lot, and because I was traveling to places like the States and everything, where the climate change and the weather, temperature. I was traveling with a Pauletti. The Pauletti was good. It stayed really stable. But because this was an Italian guitar made in Italy, near Florence, so in Tuscany, right, basically. But it's stable, you know. Even when I bring it back to Asia, when I was playing it here, it just remains stable. James Tyler too, because it was made in Japan. So I don't know, probably the reason why. But I guess with the US made is about the same. Maybe there'll be little thing like, you know, fret sprouts and stuff like that, very minute fret sprout because of the weather, but no big deal, you know. I played my Ernie Ball everywhere in the world, no problem at all. Maybe there was a problem, but I was too ignorant to know. Sometimes, in this case, ignorance is bliss. Didn't have problems, like, you know, sometimes if you have major problems like neck wrap, you would know, like your neck just kind of like went crazy. You'll probably know, hey, why is my action so high? Why is my action so low? With the James Tyler and the Paulette, I don't feel it at all. Yeah. Daddy man, I miss your late slide. Me, you already said this in your Shüe signature. Why you chose HSH configuration instead of your beloved HSS? Why? Because this guitar is a little bit different. You know, the Paulette that I have is a P90 single coil and a humbucker. In this case, this is a humbucker, single coil humbucker. One of the reasons why is because I wanted a nice sort of a humbucker that doesn't behave like a humbucker in many ways for the neck. So it has so this is my spec. So this is my signature pickup, so to speak, from Shüe, the JK1 jonKoh one. So it has a certain properties of a P90, but noise cancelling because it's a humbucker, right? And it's nice, and that's the reason why I didn't, even for the split coil function, I didn't have it on my neck because I don't think it needed. The split coil function is only for the bridge humbucker. Yeah, and why? Because stuff that I play on stage, I find that having a slightly warmer neck tone does help because of some of the slow stuff that I do, and even for some of the fast stuff that I do. You know, sometimes when you're shredding, you don't want to go for the bridge humbucker, you just want to go for and this delivers both ways. But I think, like I mentioned before, the magic ingredient is the mid boost. Yeah, it helps a whole lot. Yeah. The biggest problem with tuning is the gears of the tuners or with tremolo design itself. Is this a question or wait, Dennis, are you stating a fact? I guess you're stating a fact. You're right. So the tremolo design itself has no problem whatsoever. The traditional 6-screw tremolo Fender system has no problem. I can vouch for that. It has no problem at all. The bulk of the problem is with the string tree as well as the nut. So if the nut is not cut properly, if the strings are not seated properly, like, you know, the slots are not slotted properly, you're gonna have a big problem. And the string tree doesn't really help. It elevates the problem in most cases. So that's where the big problem is. The biggest problem is. The gears of the tuners these days is negligent because most of the tuners these days are really well made, unless you're buying a real cheapo guitar that costs like, you know, $75. Yeah, they probably will put, like, you know, yeah, not so good tuners on the guitar. But then again, most of the guitars that I've played have really great tuners. They granted the fact that, you know, some of the ratio could be more, yeah, it could be better, but they stay relatively in tune. String slips and all that are a thing of the past, I believe. Yeah, you know, you used to have tuners that, you know, that slips. That's crazy. That was a long time ago. Stramin Ronan, thanks John. Martin was lovely. Rest well and have a great day of teaching tomorrow. Your students are blessed, Lord. If I live closer, I'll stay in line waiting for my turn to study with you. Thank you. I do hold online classes just in case you guys are interested. but it's gonna be hard to arrange, especially like, you know, with this tour going on. Well, that's supposed to go on. Like I said, it's supposed to. I'm really like very, how should we call it, pragmatic, because I don't want to be all full of hopes. Even though I love the tour, I love to play on stage, but I'm taking everything with a grain of salt. You know, as long as I have nothing going on, I wouldn't speculate on it too much and think about it too much. I've been there and done that too often, and been disappointed and hurt too often. So I don't want to go there. So you can see the neck. So this is, yeah, the Shüe neck. The newer ones, the newer more affordable signature model will have the same configuration as these pickups. Everything will be the same except the way it looks, you know. A couple of stuff that I won't tell you. Once it's out, I will let you know. I'm trying to get it. Well, Ray from Shüe Guitar is trying to get it ready before mid or maybe early March, if possible. Yeah. Dare to imagine, do you notice any difference in tone for the neck pickup in the 22nd? Aha, good. Good question. That's a great question. Now, I initially I wanted this to be a 22 fret guitar, but I'm thinking like all my guitars are 22 frets. I didn't actually own and actually play extensively on the 24 frets. So I said, okay, you know, just do me a 24 frets, which I can't regret later on. But I walked back on the regret because I kind of like playing this guitar with 24 frets. As you can see on my earlier loop, like I do octave higher on the key of G. Found out this guitar is not a 25.5 scale line. This is a 25-inch scale line, almost like well, same as the PRS, basically scale line, but in the shape of a Strat configuration. So this reminds me of the other guitar that I used to that I reviewed kind of way back. It's from Tom Anderson. It's called the Cobra S. So that Cobra S was even shorter still. It was a 24 3/4 or something like that. But it has 22 frets, so it played, yeah, it played nice, you know, for 24. This will be really, the new one will be on 22 frets, not on 24 frets. This is the one-off. This is the first signature jonKoh from Shüe. So I wanted to make it a real special super Strat kind of configuration, which I really like. So then the new one will be at 22 frets. So you have more space between the frets, as well as I believe the neck pickup can shift a little bit forward, so thus giving the middle and the in-between position a little bit more wider sonic response. Yeah. So you're right. Having a 24 frets and 22 frets does contribute to the tone of all these pickups, actually, because you're shifting up or shifting down. That's the reason why I didn't want a PRS custom 24, because I wanted the middle position. So I opted for a 22 custom 22 because I wanted the middle position to sound the way it sounds. Because I tried the 24s and didn't like it, especially the middle position. Yeah, everything was shifted back. Yeah, you're right. Good question. Anything else? Have you guys watched the Netflix series called Griselda? By Sofia Vergara, that's the actress name. It's about this this female drug kingpin. It's a real story. Interesting. I binge watched the whole the whole series. Really good, really great acting, you know, all around. You know. Yeah. And for some of you who likes 24 frets, you know, this is really easy to play. Yep. Or even up here. No Netflix? Ah. That Johann Gabriel. That's not mine. That was a guitar that I reviewed. I went back to the shop right after. So I actually stated it in the best 10 guitars that I reviewed. Was it 10 or 11? I forgot. Anyway, I did state in that video that I kind of will regret giving it back to the shop because it's a great guitar. It's made in Korea. It has swamp ash body, really nice grain. Everything was there that I like. The recess for the tremolo system, as well as the recess bevel input jack. Yeah, great guitar. I think it's a great guitar to actually buy if you're into rock and pop. Yeah, and attractive. You know, it's blood red. You know, my favorite color. I do want to go back on it for Disenchantment, the cartoon series made by oh, they have great. You know, the thing is that Apple TV has great series, like, you know, the Masters of the Air, and then you have the True Detectives. Is that on HBO? Yeah, that's on HBO. Apple TV has a couple of nice series, so something, yeah, to check out. It's your personal guitar? All right, love it, but just got a Schecter Strat, the cheapest one, just to get a Strat tone. I know how it is. Schecter's guitars are really nice. They're good guitars. Yeah, I like them. They're well made, attractive. I mean, yeah, I mean, affordable, not over the top. Yeah. Any more questions? Hear a difference in tone? Wait, how about your orange Schecter, the one with mods? Do you still have it? Yes, I do. Which is your favorite new model presented at NAMM? What? Sir? What? Sir S10 series or a new Harley Benton ST Modern? No, I have not. I have actually requested for 2 guitars from Harley Benton. I have no idea when they're coming. I think one of the models I have to wait a couple of weeks. But I have no rush. Fujigen is also sending me a couple of new guitars. Sijie, same thing. And there's this guitar maker from England, you know, which I will not state the name yet until they send over the guitar. So yeah, I'm quite excited by some of the new guitars that are coming my way. And we'll see what happens. All right. Yeah. It's the Nick Johnston is nice, but it's no more Nick Johnston. It's just the shell of it. The pickups have been changed to Pasadena's. Really good pickups. Very different. Yeah, it's almost have a modern take on the Strat sound. The humbucker is a little bit more heavier instead of the Nick Johnston single coil. It's even hotter than the Nick Johnston traditional humbucker. Yeah. And then of course the Vega trem is there, so yeah, it's a whole different guitar altogether. Dare to imagine, you know, at the end, what I like most from your video is the way you play, the different soul inspiration you bring from different. Well, thank you so much. Yeah, God is good. You know, she's. I mean, what, Sire? Sorry. Okay, sorry. I didn't mean to say she. I mean, God is so good. I mean, he gave me all these gifts. Yeah, I have only him to thank. Yeah. Johann Gabriel, try out frequency custom guitars from the Philippines. Try the John Mayer, so good for under. I did a review of that, Johann. You might just want to check it out. Yeah, okay. The ones I review are the relic ones. Yeah, small guitar maker making company in Philippines. Nice people. They're all really young. Yeah, real a whole lot of passion. Oops. Let's just go. Clear. All right. Time. This is tricky. That's a bad dude. Okay. Let's try it. I managed to do a fade off. So, right, not playing for today. What? What is this? The West Creek Racer guitar I got turned out to be an excellent guitar. The neck is so easy. It fits my hand. It fits what? It fits my hand so well. The pickups sound really good. Good. I'm glad, Dennis. Daddy mentioned, you know, at the end, what I like most. Okay, that's a gift. Okay, Johan, are you a Christian too? Awesome. God bless you, brother. Yes, I am. Yeah. The tick reminds me of old clock my aunt had, would chime every hour. Okay. Good stream. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. I want to share something actually. Yeah, great Benzini. It's good because it's good to see you. Come often. We'll talk about other things. Anything that you want to talk about. You just mostly about guitars, yeah, and life in general, right? So, I heard a sermon the other day, which is really good. And was talking about forgiveness. You know, something to think about. Like, you know, do we actually actively forgive someone? You know, I think all of us have been through like all sorts of hurts and episodes that we would not want to keep it into memory. But well, that's life, you know. We get hurt, we get pushed around sometimes, we get shouted at, you know, stuff like that. We get offended. Some of us are easily offended. But we're just talking about, you know, I'm just gonna presume that all you guys are really nice guys, you know, which I'm sure you are. And we get offended by people who demean us or who put us down or who pass, you know, or unkind comments. How do we reconcile with that? Like, you know, how do we get ourselves to forgive someone? Because half the time, or really more than half the time, most of the time, the guy that offended you couldn't be bothered about what you are feeling. You know, in the first place, that's why he said the things he did or did the things he did, because he couldn't care less about what you feel. And if you're gonna be offended by this person, or if you're gonna have, now I'm talking through experiences, right? Yeah, and if I were to harbor the unforgiveness in my heart for that long, I mean, what's the point? Because he don't even really care about what he has done. And people like that, you know, it gets me all riled up, because they actually some of them do get away with murder in some cases, but they think they get away. They got away with what they have done or said. But you know, like, you know, some of you pointed out, I'm a Christian, right? And I believe God has a place for people like that, and God will have a way to deal with people like this. So it's beyond my jurisdiction in many ways, because I don't really have to think about that. I get hurt, yes, but I'll heal. You know, I fall from my bike, I heal. You know, a chunk of meat came off of my knee, I healed. So, if I get hurt, yeah, it was smart. It would hurt for a time, but then it's up to you to decide. Hey, look, I'm not going to carry that hurt with me. I'm going to leave it to God, and you know, Jesus, just take it away from me. And we always pray in a certain way, like Jesus give me this, God give me this, God, but he never did pray like God take away this from me. Or some of us will pray like God take away my mother-in-law. That's a horrible prayer. But what I'm trying to tell you is that sometimes you should ask God to take away your hurt, your pain, the unforgiveness in your heart. If someone wronged you, a simple prayer would be, "Oh Lord Jesus, I don't want this in my heart. I want this to be away from my heart. I don't want to keep that foul smelling black dot in my life. I want it away. Lord, take it away. Allow me, so that I can allow myself to forgive that person for doing or saying the things that he did." I had a hard time reconciling with this forgiveness. Forgiveness is a word that, even though as a Christian I'm supposed to do that because Jesus forgave our sins, God forgives our sins. So we in turn should forgive other people, who trespasses against you. But it's really hard for me. Not because I'm a vindictive guy, but there's too many times people just do things and say things. Even on YouTube, and I think YouTube does help me in many ways because I tend to people pass all sorts of crazy comments in my channel, ranging from my fingernails to my face to my race because I'm a Chinese, to everything, but I've learned how to cope with them and just brush it off, block and ban, and I think that is a way for me to kind of reconcile with the hurts that I've incurred through my life, and that sermon that I heard really struck a nerve in me about forgiveness and how we should forgive others, how God forgave us, and how to pass that burden on to God and let Him have it and have Him take it away from us. So something to share with you guys. For those of you guys who are hurt, who were hurt, who still harbor that. I've ministered to lots of people in my time. Some as old as 70 years old. There was one time I did a ministry at in Kuching, right, in East Malaysia, and there was this old lady that I was praying for. And she was complaining about pains in her stomach, in her gut area. But somehow I just asked her, it was a prompting. I just asked her, I said, "Is there anyone that you can forgive?" And she blurted out, "Yeah, there is. There's this one particular person. I think it's her cousin or something like that. I forgot, And when she spoke about her, she was so filled with anger, And I could feel that. I could feel the anger. And I told her, "Look, you got to forgive her." And that's what probably is causing all this pent-up rage in you, and probably what causes I don't know, it could be something else. But that's why I told her, I said, "You got to forgive." If she didn't want to forgive, she said, "No, never, never." And she wanted to walk away from me because she was so adamant on not forgiving the person. I got to hold her back and spoke to her like how a son would talk to a mother. I said, "Look, you got to forgive because it's no point keeping that thing in you for so long." And I felt back then I was talking to myself, just something that I had to struggle with. People that hurt me, that I couldn't find in my heart to forgive, or I didn't have the strength to forgive. But through the years, I've discovered that there's one way to do it, and I was just sharing with you about the experiences in YouTube as well as in what God says to me. Forgiving is actually not a hard thing to do if you set your mind. In fact, everything is easy in a way if you set your mind to do, like playing guitar if you want to. Forgiveness is something else. It has to do with your pride, basically. A lot of times when someone hurt us, somehow this thought will come into your head: how dare he, how dare she say this to me, do this to me, So it's a matter of pride lots of times. And that's something that I need to I'm still working on it, but that's something that that needs to be worked at in some of you too. So something to think about. Maybe it's a pride that do not allow you to forgive someone. So if you put down your pride, lay at the feet of Jesus and says, Lord, take away my pride, take away my hurt, and let me forgive. And that'll be great. So I wish you all the best. I just pray that you guys will have a life that is filled with joy and happiness and laughter and peace. But for some of us, we get hurt. We have been hurt, or we have hurt someone. So yeah, these are things that I have to think about, like, who have I hurt? How can I reconcile that with that other party? So when you grow old, you start to think, you start to have thoughts like this in your spare time. But I think these are good thoughts. I think it makes your life a little bit more easier, a little bit more clutter-free, instead of having all this unforgiveness hanging around in the attic of your mind. You need to clear it out. Like how I do maintenance, like out with the old strings, in with the new ones. So same thing. Rusty strings are like unforgiveness. Just gotta clear them out, change new strings. Yeah, hope you get something from here. What's that? And nobody drowned in the street. Hey, hola, Diego. Where can you watch your live videos? I mean, with a band. Okay, Johan, you can check out the playlist where I'll say like vlogs and live performances or something like that. That's the playlist. So check them out. These are like snippets of my live performances. Yeah. If you think you offended me, just give me a Yes, he did. I know that. Yeah. My daughter-in-law is Chinese ancestry, sweetest girl on earth. I'll bet. Yeah. Amen, John. It's okay to have righteous anger, just like when Jesus got pissed at the temple, but human anger is natural. It's what you do with after is what counts. That's right. So we learn each day. I don't claim to know everything. None of us would claim that, because Jesus and God knows, and the Holy Spirit knows everything. With our finite understanding of how the world is, we have things to learn every day, and I'm learning things every day, every new day. Yeah, music is something to tame the soul, to tame the angry soul. Music is something that is one of the things that is from God, that kind of tames the angry waves inside our hearts. Sometimes when we think back on how this guy have wronged you and all that, so you have to get that away, get past. I've seen like news report wherever the world is at, fighting here and there, the centuries old hatred between the Jews and the Arabs and whatnot that transpired through the course of history. Yeah, something to think about. In any case, I pray that you guys have a great week ahead, weekend, and then the week ahead. So have fun. Try to have another stream next week if I can. So in the meantime, I just pray that God's protection will be upon you, and that you have journey mercy to wherever you are going to, and may you have great weather for henceforth. I hope the ice thaw right now. It's not that cold. It's getting there here, so I hope that the rain will stop so I can go cycling again. It's great to be out on my bicycle. Yeah. So to the next video, which is going to be very soon, I'll see you guys, and may God bless you, and may God watch over you in your every step, you and your family. All right. So take care, and I'll see you. Goodbye.